like the bigger kids play, like the fifth graders, and they like like stealing the ball from people on her own team and then shooting. It's so cute.
For basketball?
Yeah, basketball. It was so cute.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to get started since it's 6:06, and I literally just ran in here from the car at 6:02. So I'm not dressed, and you guys know by now that I don't care. So that's what you get. But first thing I want to say is congratulations to Catherine for getting your emerald back. Whoop, whoop. I think that's stinking awesome. And Tasha got her emerald today for the first time. And Jackie Lee's got her emerald back, which is stinking awesome. And what'd you say, Kim?
I said that's Elizabeth. I got her emerald back.
Oh, I got that one, right? I got Elizabeth.
Yeah.
We got quite a few guys. I'm looking at my board over here, and we got quite a few of you guys that are really close to emerald, which is stinking awesome too. And so I think we should celebrate that all the time. I don't care what's going on. So and then some of you guys are getting Success Club points for the first time. Emily just did this week, and she's got 4 this week, and she's a brand new coach. So
I just got one more.
Oh, hey,
woo,
come on.
see, I got her. It's so exciting. And then the second thing that I want to talk about is I'm going to get a little bit more serious than celebrating. The first thing I want to talk about is I don't want to talk about retreat into too much detail because I think I would cry. The meeting would be over. I'm not going to go there in a whole lot of detail, but I'm going to tell you guys it was amazing. I still haven't completely faced what happened because I got home and I went right back into mom mode. I went right back to work at the school in the morning. I went back to full on doing homework. And when Nate asked about it, I just started to cry because just remembering and kind of feeling that love again is really hard. And I don't know if you guys remember Becca saying that you guys will have kind of a low after you have a really high high like that. You tend to have a low. And it's really hard to love that all the time for like that much, like a compact weekend. And then to go home and just kind of go back into the norm. You got to let that sink in. You got to soak it up. You got to let yourself feel raw and in the moment. And honestly, what was like every time something sweet happened with, Olivia or me, I was just going to bawl again. And that's still where I'm at. So if you're feeling that way, it's totally normal. What I like to do is write stuff down, kind of gets it out of my head and I can think a little bit about different stuff and then come back to it. But if you want to talk too, we can definitely talk. So if you're feeling that way, we'll just get through it together. But I'm definitely there. So just know that you're not alone. But it was an amazing weekend. It was by far better than I ever could have imagined. Just all of you guys connecting, the relationships, the bonds. I think the fact that we were so real and raw, I think really helped change some people's lives going forward. I know it changed mine. So anyway, amazing time. And I asked everybody that was at retreat to kind of give me the top 3 to 5 takeaways that they took away. And I kind of compared everybody's notes. And I just wanted to share those top couple of things with everybody and then kind of move on. Top number 1 thing I think was connections. We live, our life is basically whoever it is we see every day. For me, it's Nate and the girls. And you kind of get this tunnel vision about like what's going on and with just your immediate family. But it's so important to break out of that from time to time and build those connections that you have with other people and work on those. Don't just, let them sit sideline. keep those friendships strong, keep those connections strong, give them love and nurture them and let them know that you're there. And if you don't have them, find them, because they're so important. It makes us feel like we have soulmates that we get to connect with. And I know that you marry your soulmate, or so you think, but the reality is women offer so much more in relationships because we get each other and we think so much that it's really important to have girlfriends that you can count on and be who you are. And I think everybody was just kind of blown away by how uncomfortable they were to go, and then how much love they felt when they left. And that's because you have these connections, your real life connections. And so I think that was the first thing. You guys all were saying too about how Beachbody is not just about workouts and Shakeology. And I think that is huge to talk about as a team, because a lot of times when we're out there posting, we're posting about the workout and the Shakeology. And we all left with a very clear understanding that it's not about the Shakeology and the workout. That's about living a healthy life. But Beachbody is so much more than that. Another thing was, and I love this one, I think this is my favorite, and if there's kids, I hope they can't hear this, but I'm going there. Say the shit, do the shit, be the shit that you think is so hard to be and say and do. That's the thing you need to do. Like, if you think it's going to be heard the wrong way, that's someone else's problem. If you think someone's going to feel uncomfortable, that's an area for them to grow. Do the hard stuff, because you get so much value in return when you do. The other thing is just be authentic, unapologetically you. No matter what that means, be you. I'm sorry, but I will never accept a day when my daughters look in the mirror and they don't love who they are. The same goes for you. The same goes for me. And what we learned when we're ourselves is that people accept us just the way we are. Isn't that such a huge relief and weight off our shoulders? How weird. We get to be ourselves and we're loved for it. Weird concept in the society that we live in, but that's huge. And just share that message, push it out there, because there are so many people out there who are lost and need to feel that and hear it. So another thing was no judging. Judging is ridiculous. It's just stupid. Let's get over what our first impressions are, or what we think we know about someone. It's pointless. So we'll be proven wrong every single time, because every time you meet someone, you'll learn something. And that's value, which means everyone has value. So treat accordingly. And the last thing that I want to talk about, and this is really hard for me too, I don't feel like I deserve any kind of credit for this. And that's my issue with being okay with wanting more out of life, or taking more out of life. I want to give, that's women's nature. We just want to give and give. And so basically my new challenge for myself personally is to knock that shit off and shoot for the stars. And I want it all. I want to go for big things. I'm going to do the scary things. I want to have diamond retreats, and I want to have, just as much as I can carry out of life. I'm only living one time. And if I do something awesome, it's because that's just me adding a little more to it. But I think that the other really powerful thing that happened at retreat was when we all went to Super Saturday and listened to Vito talk. And I posted the video in our team page. I would share that with as many people as you can, whether or not they're really interested in Beachbody. He had some really powerful things to say. I'll be watching it every time I'm having a really bad day myself. So that's out there for you guys to listen to. But the kind of coincides with everything that happened is everything in life is figure outable. And so just let's talk about that more as we go forward with our life as well too. But anyway, thank you to everybody who came. Thank you to everybody who supported the idea, pushed you to go, has asked you questions about it since you got home. This was a huge thing. And I mean, yeah, I have to stop or I will bawl. Anyway, the two other things that I wanted to talk about were during this Zoom today was being real. And I'm not going to reflect off of the retreat. I'm just going to talk to you guys about an opportunity in life that I think we all don't take advantage of, and that's being really who we are. I think that I could have taken down my stress meter a little bit this past weekend and enjoyed myself a little bit more. But I was really afraid and really worried that you guys weren't getting a lot out of it. And I don't know why I couldn't get that out of my head. And in reality, like, I should have just kept focusing on having fun for myself. And I should have just pulled someone aside and been like, dude, I need a shot. Someone help me out here. Like, I need to relax or loosen up. But it taught me that, to try to live in the moment and be really there and be who you are, like authentically there, I guess. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to get to my 80s and 90s and think to myself, I wish I would have worried less. I wish I would have been myself more. I wish I would have, created these relationships where people knew me and could appreciate who I was, and I could feel the appreciation, because I don't think I do that very well. I feel like I want to hear about other people, and then I stop. Like, I don't let them in. But from everybody I've talked to ever, I'm always just blown away by who they are or what they've overcome. And I forget that we have that story too. And when we share that story and we are that person, we give someone else the opportunity to relate to us, who might be in a similar position of being afraid of who they are and being real, who they are, like in the view of other people. And I don't want to miss a connection with someone who can relate to me. I want to share my story, and I want someone to hear it, and I want them to be like, wow, that's so who I am too, and I need to get over my stuff, and I need to love who I am and be who I am, because it just feels really good to be accepted for who you are. And that starts with being real. Like, figure out for sure what you want out of life, and make no excuses. Just go get that. Don't apologize for what you want. That's who you are. And I think that story, like, for example, not everybody's a mom. So if I keep talking about me being a mom and my mom life, people are going to miss out on who I am. I need to share who I am. I need to be that person so that I feel value, and so that someone else can find their value by relating to me, if that makes any sense. Because I found like little things that I was able to relate to with people through conversations, and it just made me feel not alone. Like, it made me feel like I had people that get what I get and understand me, and it's just so helpful. And then the other thing too is, don't sugarcoat it. Like, don't leave out details. Like, for example, I've been divorced and hardly anyone knows that. I don't share it. And honestly, I'm not ashamed of it. I learned a lot from that. And I honestly wouldn't be who I am without learning what I learned. Certain things I won't compromise for. That it's okay to feel like a failure because you can grow and move on. Don't sugarcoat who you are. Don't leave pieces out, because it just goes back to, helping someone else realize that they have that in common with you too, and it helps them feel not like they're not a failure, or their life isn't over, or that they don't have to give up, that they can have more and be more and find happiness. And I talked about a little bit about first impressions, and I'm just going to expand on that a little bit as well too. sometimes you need to give people a minute, and then sometimes you need to give people another minute. Like sometimes they kind of just get really uncomfortable and scared. And so a first impression can be like they're trying so hard, and then they still kind of make you uncomfortable, or they say something weird because they're nervous. So give them another minute, and ask questions and find out more about them, and show them, you know, that you care and that you're adding value, or you want to hear their value. Because we all kind of like to have that outlet and be given that chance to redeem ourselves. Because I don't know how many times I've made an ass out of myself on a first impression. I told you guys about that wedding where I wore that really inappropriate t-shirt too. Like, I'm friends with all of those people, and they didn't need to give me a second chance. So those are the top things that I wanted to talk about. And that's kind of like a motivational thing. But I'm gonna end on more of like a business side of things, because something that I took away from this weekend was that I need to treat this a little bit more like a business and less of a sorority party, I guess. You guys all should know that I adore you, and I am humbled that you're a part of this, that whoever's team you're on, I don't care. I feel like you're part of my team, and that I'm honored that you said yes to be part of this. But you know, we all have goals in this, and it's a business. So part of me has to start treating it like a business. I need to figure out the strategies. I need to figure out the tools that you guys need and I need, and the advice that I need to give for you guys to find success in this as a business. And I'm working on it. There's a lot of information that I'm going to have to get into, but I'm going to encourage you to do it with me. You know, if we all have a business or have this goal of growing our business, we need to be doing this kind of stuff together. And the first and most important thing that I'm going to tell you need to do is a power hour. And you can make this power hour however you want it to be. You can break it up to 5 times a day, and do a little bit here and whenever it works. You can use the trackers that I've put in the team page. You can make your own. There's a Beachbody one in the back office. You can use that. I don't care. But if you want to grow your business, we need to do the work. And the work has been lined out for us, and it's right there, and it's super easy to just check this stuff off to make goals happen. And the reason why I chose that to talk about is because I haven't done my power hour in a week, so I stopped doing it when I started getting really ready to go to retreat. And I was like, whatever, I'll pick it up back when I get back home. And I lost so much momentum. I had a list of 25 potentials when I went to retreat, and I haven't checked in or hey girl them in a week. And I feel like maybe they just feel like I was faking it. And so I got to give some love and nurture those relationships. And I got to get back to making sure that I'm doing everything on my power hour so that I don't completely lose the momentum that I had. It was hard to keep up with stuff for me, and now it's like crickets. So I kind of fell off the face of the earth, but I can speak from my own personal experience, from what I've heard from other leaders in this business like Brandy Botts and Mindy Wender, is that if you just do your power hour, you are pushing your business forward. The rest is gravy. And Steph Davies said that this weekend was do the power hour. And so I'd like to see more of us taking that kind of stuff seriously. If you don't like what you have, let's work together and create a new way of doing this, which I am all for. I love new ways. I like being the new norm, or the exception to the rule. And we can totally do that and make it successful. It has to be. We can't just hum and haw about it. So. That's kind of like my pep talk and my girl boss talk for tonight. So I don't, I honestly cannot talk about retreat. I'm not there. it was too amazing. So not going there, but if you guys have anything that you want to ask or add to it, feel free. The floor is open.
Oh, one second, Emily. There we go. Okay, you're unmuted now.
On the note of Power Hour, Steph Davies just put up like a day by day for the whole week on her Power Hour photo album on Alive and Well.
Yeah, she's had some for a while and she tweaks them, and I mean, it's everything is there. If you just find the stuff and you can ask me where it's at and you follow it, you're going to grow your business. I know you will. Thanks, Jen.
Yeah, I would say the other thing, so one of my biggest takeaways and one of the things that I've like acted on the most like quickly was just being real and being like just whatever and kind of not giving her ex patootie anymore. And I don't know if you saw it already, Julie, but there's a leader group that we're in, and someone asked about the new Facebook Live. And like that's where you can go live with video, like literally you've got your phone in front of you, it's streaming, really, it's streaming like straight out to Facebook. And she was asking, she was like, oh, I just can't decide what to talk about and everything, you know, and I'm worried because I feel like I need a topic because I tend to just like offend people when I, you know, talk or when I just post from the heart or whatever. And you know, I really rely on, you know, editing and all that. And I actually, for whatever reason, decided I was just going to go for it and say, because I've seen a bunch of the celebrities that have the live. And one of the major things that like Shalene has been talking about is that she thinks that it's going to be a really powerful tool because it does. It just like levels the playing field and just kind of puts it where like people are just being real. And I think that's what people want. And, you know, it kind of goes along with what Vito said this weekend, just as far as like, you know, just be you and quit just doing like, here's my Shaco because this is what everyone else is doing or, you know, whatever, like just be the real you. So that's kind of what I said. I was like, you know what, here's the deal. Like you put yourself out there and maybe you offend a couple people or, you know, but those probably aren't the people that you necessarily want to be attracting anyway if they're getting offended by you. And honestly, it's going to take a lot less energy at this point. Like, and that's kind of where I'm at with a lot of it is it's like, if you water yourself down or if you're trying to be, you know, some other version of yourself or you're constantly editing, you know, using 18 filters or editing your videos or whatever it might be, like that's taking away time from other stuff you could be doing. So I honestly am excited about it because I think it's going to, I think it could change kind of the, oh my gosh, change the perception and the view that people have of like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Beachbody coaches. So anyway, I'm going to mute because obviously we're having a situation over here.
I love it because I tend to be someone who's just like sporadically walking down the street and have this like light bulb and I'm like, oh my God. And so I think that going forward for me, if I'm able to sign on to the internet and do a live video, I'm totally doing it. Like if I have good internet, especially if I'm like over at my mother-in-law's house, I'm just, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Like I could give two shits about anybody who thinks I'm having an alternative agenda or that I'm not being real. But like I mean, I'm over it. There's no like that's just me being in my head too much. And so I love the idea of this with whoever wants to listen right now and let it be. Like I'll tell you also, if you do anything you guys do, I'm going to support you. I don't care what it is. Like, whatever it is, I'm going to find out and I'm going to come and support you. So at least you'll have love from me. So don't be scared to do that stuff. That's awesome, Kim. I'm proud of you because you, like, there is no reason why you should be anyone but you. Take the gloves off, take the Instagram filter out, and just do it.
And Kim, you're the reason I made a video a couple days ago, by the way.
That's awesome.
With the Facebook Live, does it record?
It does. Yeah. So it literally is a live video, and people can comment on it. Like I did one in our challenge group because you can do them inside groups too, which is cool. So you can either post straight out to your page, or you can go into a group and then choose it as an option. So I did one in our group, just like a really quick one this evening, just to see. And like I could see it popped up as like one person is viewing. So like I could see that.
That's so cool.
And they can comment on it live too, and you can see the comments. So
Yeah.
the people, the celebrities I've seen doing it, like, I mean, they're saying like, oh, hey, look, Kim, good job. You know, hi, how are you doing? Like, you know, they're talking to you and stuff. And then at the end, like, so I finished it, and it basically just like popped up and said, you know, so-and-so was viewing or viewed your video. So I don't know if there was, you know, 500 people, if it would give me a full list. And then, yeah, it converts it into a video that's then sitting on your page or on in your group or whatever. So
That's awesome.
It gave an option too where you can save it to your phone, because that's the thing is like Facebook videos, when you post them, they're kind of stuck there on Facebook. So if you wanted to save it to your phone, you could throw it onto YouTube if you wanted to. So just kind of cool.
Cool.
New tools.
What did you, when you were in your, oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
No, go ahead. Mine's very inappropriate.
I want to hear yours better. When you were in your challenge group, so when you did that, did you have topics like, here's the things that people are having issues on, or what am I going to talk about?
No, it was literally just, that one was just literally like, hey, I just saw that I could do this. I don't know what it's going to do, so I'm going to ramble for a minute so that I can test it out, and I'm testing it out on you guys. I did say that I thought it would be a good tool to be able to like call people out, because you could totally just hop on and be like, hey, Brianna, I haven't seen you working out in a couple days. Like, what's up? Or, you know, call out like one person, but just, you know, say like, hey, I'm checking in because it's been quiet, and, you know, those kind of things we post all the time, but like to hear a voice, and I don't know if it notified people. Like I know I keep saying Shalene because that's the #1 person that I've seen use it, but I follow Shalene, and so like when she goes live, I get a notification on my phone that says Shalene Johnson is live, and you can click and you can view it. So, you know, just another way to kind of get in people's minds and their phones, and I don't know.
Their face.
In their feet.
Carl does that too.
Yeah, Carl does too.
Our local newscasters do.
My dad does it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like he's a newscaster. That's why. I said that. Like, he's the sports guy, and
Dad, you know, it's cool.
my dad knows more about computers than I do, apparently.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Catherine, that'd be good for the next challenge group. Just saying.
Yeah.
Oh,
I might have to
Angela.
use that on my current challenge group, actually.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
awesome.
I think it could be a different. I have no clue. Like I don't know if like challengers can do it too. I would assume so, but that's kind of what I said in the video too. Was I don't know what it looks like when someone else gets into our group that's not an admin. But I would assume that they can do it too. It was just in the same options as like if I was going to post a photo or a post or something. It just had this little like antenna looking thing and live video.
That's cool.
maybe we'll have to check that out. Maybe I'll see if Megan can try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So Emily, you were saying something about Steph Davies posting the Power Hour thing.
Yeah, she's got, sorry, totally cut you off. I didn't mean to.
No, that's okay. I just wanted to know where I could find it since I'm still trying to figure all this out.
Yeah, if you go to Alive and Well, are you in that group?
I'll add you, Brianna. I don't know that you're in there. Yeah. I'll add you back.
It's awesome because there's a ton of people in there, and it's not her posting all the time. Like today I was looking and there was like 25 posts from other people saying different things, but she's got a photo album that says Power Hour, and it's like individual photos, and it's Monday or Sunday to Monday.
Oh, okay.
However you want to do that. And it's kind of cool because it breaks it down for you even more than the sheets that I don't have out here, but yeah. Do you have those sheets? The Power Hour sheet?
I have the ones that I think it was either Julie or Sarah posted. in the either Emerald or What is Coaching.
The pretty one.
Yeah, the pretty one. Yeah.
Pretty one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I do have that. But
Okay. I gotta say, like since I got back from the retreat and started digging into it, I started doing Power Hour, and like I sold, like now I have whatever they're called, points. Why don't I remember?
Success Club.
Success Club.
Hey,
And I have like 15 people coming to my meetup group tomorrow.
nice.
Like 15 new people and people who want to join the challenge. So it's cool because you can actually see it happening.
Yeah.
It's
I need
because when you use the tracker, you collect data, right? So you collect this data that you can actually do something with, that you can gauge your growth off of. So you'll be able to tell right away whether or not it's, your business is going forward or not. So, and it's not, and if you haven't looked at the tracker, a lot of it is, hey, add value to a conversation that you're having with 5 people. Or, did you celebrate one of your challenge group challengers today? And it's good stuff. And there are other things in there that make you get really uncomfortable, like inviting people to hear about the business. But you never know who is going to say yes to those types of things that's silently been watching you. So it kind of makes you get out of your comfort zone. It kind of reminds you to share the love. And it gives you information to track, to see the growth on paper. Like if you want to get your husband involved, if he's more like a business savvy type of guy, like Nate loves this stuff. Like he'll add in little notes, and then all of a sudden I've got charts and graphs to see what works and what time of the day my post was really successful, like all in Excel documents. The tracker is, for me, a non-negotiable. So for business sake. And there's different types out there. Like there's coach tracker, there's a leadership value, a leadership tracker, and I do like a team builder tracker. And just collectively take what you like and make sure you're hitting on doing the uncomfortable stuff and doing the celebrating stuff. And just make your own and share it with us, because maybe it'll be great for one of us too. But it's got to be a non-negotiable. Like I'm all for discount coaches. I signed up because I love Shakeology and I wanted to do the workout, but I didn't need to. I signed up to do a mission. Some people sign up for the Shakeology and want a discount, and that's totally cool. But you're still getting out there and talking to people about it. Maybe they just don't even know they can have that option or whatever. So, non-negotiable. Like I think that's just how it's got to be. Like going forward for everybody. Like. And honestly, can I just say this too? Like, I'm not going to be offended if you're not trying to build a business. But if you are and you're doing your tracker, I can come to you and I can help you if it's not working. We actually have something we can work on. If you're doing it and it's not working, we can adjust and tweak. But if you're just, saying you want to and you're not doing it, then I can't. I'm not going to drag you along in the mud. No one else should either. Like you should just be real with yourself and just not what I want. And that's the thing about growing your team too, is like they're going to do, if they want this business, they're going to do what you want. If they don't, you'll notice right away and no time's wasted. So it's really hard for me to talk about stuff like that because I just don't want anyone to get the wrong idea. But like I said, I'm over it. Like, if you feel like it's pressure, it is. Because if you want this business, you got to do the work. Like, I'm not going to do it for you. I can't. And if you, anyway, find a tracker, make a tracker, do the Power Hour. Honestly, I try to do mine when the babies are not up. Like, I try to do it before I go to bed or in the morning before they wake up, because my heart just breaks when I'm like either not giving 100% to who I'm sending messages to, or my baby's right there, and they're, see me kind of doing stuff on Facebook or whatever. So, and that is my non-negotiable. So it has to be done. So I'd rather just not do it in front of them. Like, and the rest, it's kind of like, I can't remember exactly how Steph put it, but it's basically like, that's, when you browse your news feed or whatever, that's not being progressive. That's just being casually you in your day to day. So it's not going to help your business at all. So
She said it's
that
taking
kind of stuff.
I cut people off a lot. Sorry. She said it's taking time away from your family. Like when you're scrolling,
Exactly.
she said it's taking time away from your family. And so that's what she was just like, I've thought about that probably 15 times since we got back.
All the time I think about that. I hate having my phone in front of me, and my girls, that's what they see. But I have to do that when I'm doing my power hour too. And since that's a non-negotiable for me, I choose to do it when they're not, right there playing a puzzle next to me or whatever, which is fine too. Like sometimes that's just how it has to happen. And I'm happy to have that conversation with them. Like, this is your minute. This is mommy's minute. And when we're done, we'll, do our thing too. And that's just how it has to happen sometimes. But I would just rather not. And I don't have any qualms about turning my phone off when I'm not doing a power hour, because it's like, I'll get back to it when I can, pretty much. So, like, honestly, if I wasn't doing this job, I would probably get rid of Facebook if I wasn't friends with all you people. Actually, I'd be stalking you a lot with, like, the live call or calling you all the time. But that's a true story. Actually, can I just say that Nate was telling me, because of the internet situation, that I should just call you guys more. I don't know how you feel about that, but, like, texting or calling, because, like, for example, I was thinking about Samantha and her long flight home, and I was like, that poor girl, I was like, I should just call her and just make sure she got home. But my internet is so splotchy and stuff, and it probably would have taken 10 minutes to just been like, hey, you're amazing. I'm glad you're home. But I don't know, I'm thinking about it. Hey, Nora.
I'll come over.
Yeah.
Fresh out of the bath, come over.
Oh, yeah.
No big, kid.
Catherine, I'm so bummed you weren't there, babe. Like, oh my gosh, it would have been so awesome. We were total. There were so many. It was just like, let's just go get them. Next time, for sure.
Do you want to hear? There, now someone say something. So she.
Nora, hi, baby.
Don't
Listen,
like it.
you don't like it? Okay. I don't like it.
Can I just give a little shout out to Elizabeth's husband? He sent me a personal message. Oh, I bawled like a baby. I had to pull over on the side of the road. And I was like, who is this? And then I was like, Watson. Oh my God, that's so sweet. That's a stand-up guy right there, Elizabeth. I'm hanging on to him. He makes cute babies too. So
come here. Oh, okay. Ready?
Myself, I gotta say.
We're good.
You say hi?
what?
You say hi?
Oh.
Hi, everybody.
No, get your finger out.
Becca says hi.
Hi, Becca.
Yeah, I think he said you sent him a message and he'd never responded to it, and he found it while I was gone, and he realized who you were and decided to contact you.
You want to hear? I love that dude.
He's a sweetie.
Mommy, I will do this.
Look,
You see the baby?
now everyone can hear.
I haven't eaten dinner, so I'm gonna get out of here. I am gonna do my power hour tonight, so hold me accountable to that. Hi, Nora.
You better show
Hi, Harper.
better show us your
I will. I will on it. I thought I had it right here actually, but I keep it by my bed now because I'm like, yoink, gotta do this. Don't. Oh my gosh, that's probably terrible for my marriage. I gotta go read that book, that music book, guys. And I just have to tell you guys, I get to use the period tracker thing too. I learned so much hanging out with you guys. Like, it's amazing.
What?
Yeah, today. Me today.
Yeah, me too.
What did I miss?
Yeah. Oh, Julie and I get to use the period tracker today.
They're
I learned how to
using an
talk better.
app. They're using an app to
I
track
didn't-
their cycles now.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about
Phone
that.
can do everything.
We're done.
Yeah. Our phones can do everything.
I
I
know.
learned a
I don't want that kind of information on my phone.
It's hard to find it.
Yeah, what if you lose your phone? Someone's like, oh, I guess it doesn't matter.
Then someone will know whether they should contact you or not.
She's gonna be cranky this week. Don't talk to her.
Mhm.
Pretty much. It was a big
Pretty much.
topic. Cool. Okay. Well.
Can I ask one quick question
Thank you.
that is semi-retreat related,
yeah.
but not really? Did you figure out the floors?